Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Three news stories. Firstly, was the Tigray opposition party has issued a statement condemning the military's yesterday's announcement. What is this party saying? Is opposition to military's yesterday's statement growing? Will military be able to implement the decision which it made yesterday? Secondly, uh, Eritrean opposition groups are being organized on Ethiopian soil. A major conference is going to be held tomorrow. Today, some Eritrean opposition groups held meetings too in Ethiopia. Thirdly, viewers, Fano has issued a statement message for international community. What is Shoa Fano saying? Let's start with from Tigray, where since yesterday we have been seeing heightened tensions, political tensions, tensions between military and politicians. Military, through a majority vote yesterday, announced to support TPLF Debrecen group. It called for restructuring of Getachew Reda's Tigray interim government. It withdrew its representatives who were part of Tigray president's interim cabinet. Tigray president criticized military, rejected military statement, saying military should only work in accordance with its mandates. It's not military's mandate to support one party or to remove interim administration. So this confrontation is ongoing. Some zonal governments have issued statements to TPLF is silent. Meanwhile, a Tigrayan opposition party has issued a statement. Salsevogene is the name of this party. 3 to 4 days ago, this party issued a statement calling for establishment of an inclusive interim administration. In a way, it called for dismantlement of Tigray interim government and establishment of a new government, which is inclusive, which is participation of TPLF, opposition parties, everyone, etc. Thalsevuyene today condemned the statement issued by military yesterday, saying that the military is openly supporting one political party, which is not right. In the same statement, Salsevuyene criticized TPLF, saying that TPLF is involved in its leaders involved in corruption, internal power struggle is creating problems for the people of Tigray. It's the cause of suffering for the people of Tigray. So while Salsevuyene has rejected the statement issued by military yesterday, it is still calling for the establishment of an inclusive interim administration. It isn't part of the interim government, I think. So it wants to be part of interim government, I believe. But it does not want the military to just support TPLF. Opposition to military's backing of TPLF, Debrecen, is growing. Can Getachew form an alliance with these parties, or Salsevene, etc., to stand up to the military? And can he mobilize his support in Addis Ababa as well? The federal government still silent. Not a single word said by the federal government since yesterday. 24 hours have passed since the military issued the statement, and still silence. Addis Ababa is watching like a spectator while there are serious tensions in Tigray. What is Addis Ababa waiting for? We don't know. Let's wait to see what Abi Prosperity Party want. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopia is openly backing Eritrean opposition groups. Several Eritrean opposition groups have held meetings in Ethiopia. One major conference is planned for tomorrow, reportedly, the 25th of January. Brigade Hamidu will hold a major conference in Addis Ababa. Bijine Gebrigzaber, Bright Future Movement leader who founded, I think, Bright Future, he is visiting Ethiopia and he will address this conference. Bijine is backer of Brigade Hamidu as well. Other Brigade Hamza leaders are also arriving in Addis Ababa. Meanwhile, meetings have been held, meeting will be held between Eritrean groups in Ethiopia. Red Sea Afar Democratic Organization is an Eritrean opposition group based in Afar region of Ethiopia. Eritrean Afar National Congress, EANC, is also based in the Afar region of Ethiopia. EANC inaugurated its headquarters in Samra Afar a few days ago. Reportedly, Brigade Hamado is holding meetings with Rasado. It is holding meetings with Eritrean Afar National Congress. Ethiopia is backing all these meetings. Ethiopia, it means, wants a broad anti-government, anti-Eritrean government alliance established by Eritrean opposition groups. Brigade Hamido, Eritrean Afar National Congress, Rasado, and some other elements could join hands to start joint struggle against the Eritrean government on Ethiopian soil. Obviously, Eritrean government will not watch like a spectator. It will respond, it will react, it will back groups in Ethiopia. Ethiopia accuses Eritrea of backing anti-Ethiopian government elements. So this bilateral tension is set to intensify now, keeping in view that Ethiopia is openly backing Eritrean opposition groups. Eritrea is not openly backing Ethiopian opposition groups. People say it is backing Fano, but it is not openly backing Fano. It is not allowing Fano fighters to hold a conference in Asmara. It has not held any public meetings with Fano commanders in Eritrea or abroad. Ethiopia doing everything publicly. Let's see, can these Eritrean opposition groups join hands and stand up to Isaias Afwerki's government? Can they bring about a change in Eritrea? That's a separate question which can be analyzed. But Ethiopia is doing its best to form a broad anti-Eritrean government alliance. Eritrea also formed an anti-Ethiopian government alliance. In fact, at the center of this alliance, Eritrea, Somalia, Egypt formed an alliance. Eritrea and Egypt are openly saying that they oppose Ethiopian military naval presence on Somali coastal areas. They should have nothing to do with that. That Ethiopia and Somalia can decide whatever they want to do. But Egypt, Eritrea openly saying that they oppose, especially Egypt says that, and Eritrea is part of the alliance too. Egyptian foreign minister said in Cairo a few days ago that Egypt won't accept Ethiopian or any country's military presence, naval presence on Red Sea coast, near Red Sea coast. So basically, and back then, Egyptian, foreign, Somalia's, and Eritrean foreign minister held a joint press briefing. So Eritrea definitely of the same view that Ethiopia must not be allowed to gain access to sea, especially military access, naval access. Ethiopia responding now and forming anti-Eritrea opposition alliance on its soil. Will this alliance be political or military? Some pro-Eritrean government, Ethiopian diaspora activists claimed a few days ago that Ethiopian military is training Eritrean fighters. The Eritrean fighters are being trained at a military facility. Ethiopian generals are overseeing the training of Eritrean opposition fighters. We don't know, but tensions are set to rise between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Lastly, viewers, Fano has issued a statement, alarming statement. Tesfamariam is Fano spokesperson, and he's saying that grave human rights abuses are being committed in the Amhara region. People are being arbitrarily detained, killed as well, and no one is taking action. He requests international community to intervene on this issue. He released a video. Watch the video. Thanks for watching.
A message from the Amhara Fano Inshoa Foreign Affairs Department to the international community. We, the Amhara Fano Inshoa, want to express our grave concerns regarding the ongoing human rights violations perpetrated by the genocidal prosperity regime in Ethiopia. It's been years since this regime began systematically suppressing and detaining politicians, journalists, and activists who peacefully advocate for the rights of the people of Amhara. This suppression has occurred without due process, as individuals are seized from their workplaces, homes, and other locations, often without a court order, utilizing state security forces and infrastructures. During these years, countless innocent Amharas have endured suffering in various military camps and concentration facilities, all without facing legal prosecution. Even after being unlawfully arrested, they are subjected to egregious conditions, including a complete lack of medical treatment and inhuman treatment. This illegal governmental repression targets Amharas who have no involvement in political dissent, including members of the House of Representatives and others who have been cruelly victimized. Individuals who represent the people, as well as members of the Amhara Regional Council, have been abducted in violation of their legal immunity. These victims have appeared in court to testify about the inhuman treatment and severe health issues they have been forced to endure. The Amhara Fano Inshoa demands that the international community break its silence and unequivocally condemn the egregious treatment of the prisoners. We are very concerned about the arrest of Commander Asagid Makonnen, the former leader of the Amhara Fano Inshoa Command. Despite this, the region's media claiming his surrender, his whereabouts remain hidden. And there has been a disturbing lack of verification regarding his existence. The propaganda disseminated by the regime regularly contradicts itself, indicating a lack of respect for the international community, our people, and its own political integrity. Moreover, the contradictory narratives propagated by the regimes serve only to obfuscate the truth. The regime claims to have surrendered Commander Asagid Makonnen while simultaneously using him for propaganda purposes. It continues to spread misinformation while attempting to negotiate behind the scenes for the Fano forces to surrender. Such actions demonstrate a blatant disregard for the rights of our people and the integrity of political discourse. We urge the global community to take immediate notice of these violations and demand accountability from those perpetuating these human rights abuses. Abiy Ahmed's genocidal regime has been increasingly weakened from time to time in the Amhara region and is unable to withstand the resilience of the Amhara Fano forces. As a result of this, across the country, particularly in the capital Addis Ababa, Oromia, and in limited areas of the Amhara region under his control, the region bears significant responsibility for the loss of countless lives, sending youths to military barracks without formal training against their consent, and forcibly deployed them to combat zones without due process. Moreover, this regime is committing egregious war crimes against its own citizens while simultaneously suppressing press freedoms to prevent the international community from accessing vital information. The Amhara Fano expresses deep concern regarding the man-made famine occurring in North Wollo, Lasta, Ainabugna, and Waghamra ethnic districts of the Amhara region. We urge the international community to recognize the dire and devastating impact this famine is having on our people. Our organization calls on the global community to exert pressure on the government to ensure the effective delivery of humanitarian aid and to take decisive action to save the lives of countless children and mothers in peril. Over 120,000 individuals in these districts are currently suffering from severe hunger and urgently require emergency assistance. Yet, the Disaster Prevention and Food Security Bureau of the state government is disseminating false information and producing misleading reports to obscure the reality of this crisis. Furthermore, the regime is employing heavy weaponry to destroy farmers' crops, exacerbating the famine and threatening to extend its reach to other parts of the region. The Amhara Fano implores the international community to acknowledge the acts of state terrorism and genocide being perpetrated against our people through the region's multifaceted ethnic cleansing policies. We call for collaboration in delivering humanitarian aid and addressing these egregious violations of human rights. Glory to our sacrificed comrades, victory to the people of Amhara.